Shalom.
Shalom. All right. Shalom.
This is a
beautiful Sabbath. Wow,
going
a beautiful
into the Sabbath here
yes, sir.
for this week.
The only holy day of the week.
Most High. This is the Most High's holy Shabbat.
That's right.
We do thank and praise the Most High, Ahayah, and His Son Yashayah, the Barak. You ask the Most High that He would open the spiritual eyes of the people who listen to us to see the reality of what is. So we understand a lot of people don't like to
face truth,
face reality.
That's right. Truth is reality. It is. If you can't face the truth, then you're not in reality. And anyway, this whole world is a delusion, right? By the leaders of the world. It's all delusion. People are holding on to, instead of, they call it dreams, which the Bible says you're not supposed to dream a dream or even trust in dreams. And that's all you hear on the network. Yeah, Christian church too. Oh, you're allowed to dream. Dream big. Dream big? Okay. Dream big. Dream. Go dream. But I'd rather face reality.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna study
Revelation.
We're gonna bring a Bible study on Wednesday night or Monday night about the true breakdown of the Great Tribulation. We're gonna get the way it's supposed to, proper biblical understanding.
Right. Good, Josh. That's right.
So we're gonna share some.
Not the way the Christians taught us, but although they're pretty close in some areas, but they're way off. So, but we're gonna take our time and really. Tell me you're gonna listen to this before you go on.
So, we're gonna share some pertinent information for the viewers out there.
7 is a short chapter, but
and we're going to go into Revelation 7.
But it's good.
Visit the Pope back in 1919. He met with Benedict XV after the two had already exchanged several letters regarding World War I. But it would be 40 years before another president would visit the Vatican. When President Eisenhower made his trip to Rome in 1959, there was still strong anti-Catholic sentiment in the U.S., something President Kennedy encountered as a candidate, and which prompted a famous speech to a group of Protestant ministers.
I am not the Catholic candidate for president. I am the Democratic Party candidate for president, who happens also to be a Catholic.
When President Kennedy did meet with the Pope in 1963, he shook hands rather than kiss the Pope's ring.
They're all Catholics.
Then the customary practice for Roman Catholics. Every president since Eisenhower.
And if you notice something, the black and the white symbolism, that's because they are the servants of the white Mason or the white Pope.
That's right.
These are Jesuits, Jesuit-trained presidents.
You see, they have that on the bottom, presidents and popes. But if they're shaking hands, I'm guaranteed that they're doing the Masonic handshake. And
Kennedy has made the trip to Rome.
Stop
with mixed results.
In times of great need, God does send someone.
Pope John Paul II became a strong ally for President Reagan during the Cold War, lending his moral authority to the fight against communism. But John Paul admonished the first President Bush over the U.S.-led war in Iraq in 1991.
We had a major tour de liaison, touching on all the trouble spots.
And did the same to his son over the second Iraq war. For President Obama, this is a second trip to the Vatican. He and Mrs. Obama met with Pope Benedict XVI.
Again, look at the white and the black symbolism with the red. The bloodshed.
Come on.
And
open your eyes.
His Jesuit puppets that do his dirty work for him.
Hold on. And now every 4 years, the presidents of the United States go and bow and kiss his ring. Every 4 years. Go ahead, Josh.
This is what Revelation 6 talks about when we talk about the red rider on the red horse.
Wow. That's right, Josh.
And the Jesuit order. You got to really study certain things to understand symbolism.
Yeah. Listen, I want to say something real quick. Black is
And
the
this-
enemy. It's not holy. When you see Christians wearing black, they're following Satan, because the Hebrews wanted other nations, and they followed their ways, their tradition, their occult, their idols, and they all wore dark clothes. Okay.
And this isn't an attack on any Roman Catholics.
No, not at all.
But it's the truth. Study the occult and study.
Do your research. That's right.
All this is symbolism, symbology. The black, because the Jesuits, the Jesuits and the Pope, he's a white Pope, and they represent the Jesuit or his puppets.
Come on.
That do his political dirty work for him.
And if they don't listen to the Jesuit priest, they send the CIA, right, and the FBI, somebody, and you'll get killed. They'll kill you. They've done this over and over again.
In 2009, during which the Pope pressed the president on the issues of abortion and stem cell research.
Now look, again, like I said about the Jesuits or the priests, the Jesuits. Look at the cardinals in the back, or
Tell
the
them,
priests
Josh,
in the back.
tell them to look. Open your spiritual eyes.
Black,
All black. Why are they wearing black?
black and red, blood and death,
That's right.
and white and black.
And I saw a black horse.
Right, the Jesuit order.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's good.
It's all in symbology,
Sure.
people.
While there was talk of policy differences today, there is a little more personal common ground for President Obama and Pope Francis. Both made history when elected as the first African-American president and the first Latin American Pope. Both started off on a wave of popularity. But while President Obama's approval numbers have dropped, Pope Francis's numbers continue to ascend, which is another reason this visit could be a boon to the American president. Candida Moss is a professor of theology at the University of Notre Dame.
Generally, presidents are looking to curry the favor of the man that is a spiritual leader of tens of millions of Americans. They're also meeting someone who's the head of state, who has a lot of diplomatic power in the world.
She doesn't know nothing about this man. She doesn't.
Obama, he doesn't have any power over nothing.
If she does, she's lying.
Got nothing. He's got no power over nothing. This is a white man's country. This is a white man's world. White man from Europe dominates the whole planet. White men goes into any country and kill everybody, take over anything they want. This is a white man's country. It's a white man's world. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just telling straight. I'm just telling you the fact of the matter. White people out of Europe have dominated Europe and have dominated Europe has dominated the.
So basically, the Jewish banking cartel runs the earth. The Rothschilds and the different prominent Jewish banking families fund every religion, including Christianity and Catholicism.
World. And so England has manipulated and exploited the races, the peoples of the world. The white man has been using exploitation, commerce to manipulate and exploit the whole human race. So I cannot believe that some young black guy who walks in and he's going to take over the old white man's establishment on the earth. Ain't gonna happen. No. They brought him in for some reason to make him look like a schmuck one of these days soon. But he is not in control. Obama's just a front man. They get rid of him like they did Kennedy. He's a very powerful man. John Kennedy, everybody loved him. Handsome, debonair, president of the United States, wealthy, and they shot this guy in public and nobody went to jail. Nobody's ever going to jail. Why? Because the powers that be that run this country will kill you. You think for 1 minute you're going to get out of line and be important in this country, they'll whack you so thick. As a matter of fact, the California state has a I don't know if you know this or not, but the mafia have their own license plates in California. Do you know that?
Come on.
Yeah. The mafia is given their own license plates by the California state government. I know, because I've sat with the mob and talked with them. And they have their own license plates. I had a time, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about, how government operates directly with the underworld. Christianity is sun worship based on astrology.
Come on. Oh, I'm glad I'm hearing
You know,
this.
the mystery of iniquity was already working more than 2,000 years ago during the time of the apostles. This is a clue that the powers of darkness had already been in motion during the time of the Mashiach. You know, the one who the world calls Jesus. Now the powers that be and the wicked rulers of this world, the Catholic Church, the harlot churches, all of them are knee deep in the mystery of iniquity. Now the mystery is unraveling right before our eyes.
That's right.
The Christian church, Christianity is at the forefront.
That's right. Devils. And sad to say, they don't even know it. The ones who go there.
When was the word Christian first used as a believer of Christ? Acts 11:26, where it states, "And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch." The Greek word used in the passage is Christianos, meaning follower of Christ.
If you do your research, you'll actually find that there's much information about the book of Matthew being written in Hebrew. George Howard published a book called The Hebrew Gospel of Matthew.
Awesome.
In his book, he shows the original Hebrew version of Matthew on one side of the page and the English version on the other side. What I find amazing is that the word Messiah, which is actually Mashiach, is in almost every place where you see Christ in the King James Version.
The early believers were called Christians or Christianos in the Greek and Aramaic manuscripts, but not in the Hebrew. The correct word would have been Mashiach or Messiah, which is what the disciples, Hebrews, Judah or Yahuda, and early believers would have called the Savior. The word Christian and Christ originates from the Greek word Christos, which is the Greek translation of the Hebrew word Mashiach. Both words basically mean anointed. Hebraic Bibles restored the word to messianics. What most modern Christians don't realize is that there was a deity by the name of Serapis, whose followers were called Christianos, Christians. As early as 200 BCE, there were pagan worshippers of Serapis that called themselves Christians. At the Vatican, the statue of the Roman pagan deity Mithras, with the words Christos Mithras. Mithrasism was the main pagan religion of ancient Rome and became blended with the Messianics of Israel through the compromises of the Nicene Council, headed by Constantine and his son Crispus. The iconic scenes of Mithras show him being born from a rock, slaughtering a bull, and sharing a banquet with the god Sol, the sun. Thus we have a merge of the early Church of Rome with Mithrasism and forming the RCC, Roman Catholic Church.
The early assembly of believers, referred to in the Hebrew tongue as Messianics, would not want to call themselves Christians or Christianos. They were called Christians or Christianos by non-believers and not by themselves. The true followers of the Messiah would not want to be called after the name of pagan worshippers of Serapis. These worshippers of Serapis had been calling themselves Christianos for more than 2 centuries.
Check this out, viewers. And also, when they were called Christians in Rome, they gave them that name. So when it was time to kill them, they would know where they are and they would slaughter them. Go ahead.
Before the Messiah was even born. It's obvious that the non-believers were confusing the Messianic believers with the worshippers of Serapis. This is how paganism got mixed into the truth. And just as Paul, Shaul had stated, the mystery of iniquity had already begun to work in his day.
That's right.
Why were the early believers called Christianos, a Greek word in Antioch? Antioch was an ancient Greek city. Only a Greek-speaking person will call the followers of the anointed, the Messiah, the Mashiach, Christianos. Antioch was the capital of the Seleucid Empire and later became a major metropolis in the Roman Empire, the kingdom of the Edomites.
You hear that? You hear that, guys?
The original biblical manuscripts were not written in English. Of them, the most popular were the Septuagint, which was written in Greek, Peshitta, which was written in Middle Aramaic, the Textus Receptus, written in Greek, and the Vulgate, which was written in Latin. The Septuagint is a pre-Christian translation of the Hebrew Bible, and some related texts into Koine Greek. The Greek manuscripts are called the Codex Vaticanus and Codex Sinaiticus. Fragments are dated around the end of the 2nd century, and complete scripts are dated around the 4th century. The King James Version of the Bible was not translated from the Septuagint, but from the Textus Receptus. Why is this important to know? If you research Rome or Romans, you will notice that it is not recorded in the Old Testament at all, but you will find it in the Apocrypha, which was removed out of the 1611 King James Bible. You can also find the word Romans in the book of Daniel of the Septuagint. Were they deliberately trying to hide who the Romans are? In the Septuagint, the book of Daniel 11:30 translates the occurrence of Kittim in as Romans. Maccabees 1:1 states that Alexander the Great, the Macedonian, had come from the land of Kittim, or the land of the Romans. Yashayah 10:16, and the children of Chittim are the Romans, who dwell in the valley of Canopia by the river Tiber.
There's a reason why the books were removed out of the Bible or not included in the scriptures. The Bible mentions the book of Yashayah, yet when you pan through the pages, there's no book of Yashayah in the Bible. There were more than 100 books not included in the Bible. And I wonder why.
I hope you're listening, Pastor, one of these I talked to about
There's
this.
estimated to be about 100 books that have been either removed or not included in the Bible. The Catholics even debated on whether or not to remove the book of Revelation out of the Bible.
So, did you hear that? The Catholic Church didn't even want to put the book of Revelation in the Bible.
Wow.
Louis Ginsburg,
and to this
in his
day,
book
they're still
titled
telling their
Legends of the
people
Jews,
that you can't
writes,
understand it. When we go to Revelation, you're going to understand it.
Will never be in the same estate. Esau will vaunt lords, while Jacob will have kings. They, Israel and Rome, are the two nations destined to be hated by all the world. One will exceed the other in strength. First, Esau will subjugate the whole world.
This is a white man's world. White man from Europe dominates the whole planet. White men go into any country and kill everybody, take over anything they want. This is a white man's country. It's a white man's world.
But in the end, Jacob will rule over all. Legends, Volume 1, page 314. Ginsburg further relates that God will call out to the Messiah, roar at this monster that devours the fat of the nations, that justifies its claims for recognition through being a descendant of Abraham by his grandson Esau, the nation that kept Israel back from the study of the Torah and tempted them to deeds that are in accord with the wishes of Satan. Legends, Volume 3, page 167. Don Isaac Abarbanel, 1437 to 1508, a wealthy Jewish statesman and philosopher, believed that a tradition existed that many of the early Christians were Edomites. Ernest L. Martin, an author, historian, theologian, and meteorologist, in a book titled The People That History Forgot, claimed that most of the Edomites from Edom and many from Tyre went to the west to Italy and other places where they became Christian. His book says that the Edomites migrated in masses to western regions of the Roman Empire. They became Christian but retained something of their previous practices and influenced early Christianity with their pagan traditions.
That's right.
Esau, like Jacob, was a mighty man of renown in ancient times. He was an explorer and wanderer, as well as a mighty hunter. He and his descendants, the Edomites, also founded or were part of the founding of such ancient world empires as that of Rome, Troy, Tyre, and Carthage, Italy, as well as Spain and the Ottoman Empire. In fact, the book of Yashayah contains the following pertinent information. And the children of Chittim continued their pursuit of Edom, and they smote them with a great slaughter, and Edom became subject to the children of Chittim. And the children of Chittim ruled over Edom, and Edom became under the hand of the children of Chittim, and became one kingdom from that day. And from that time they could no more lift up their heads, and their kingdom became one with the children of Chittim.
This is one very important passage, and maybe the reason why the book of Yashayah was not included in the Bible. It reveals the history of Esau or Edom. and that the children of Chittim are the Romans. Edom became subject to the children of Chittim, and they became one kingdom from that day. Edom's kingdom became one with the children of Chittim, the Romans. But it didn't end there. Esau's grandson Zophar became great, and all the people of Chittim received him with great honor, and they hired him to fight all of their battles. This is Esau running the children of Chittim.
The book of Yashayah 60 mentions that the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, fled from Egypt, he and his men, and they went away. And he came to Africa, which is Dinhabah, to Angeas, king of Africa. And Angeas received them with great honor, and he made Zepho the captain of his host. Yashayah chapter 61:12. And when Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, saw that Angeas despaired of going forth to battle with the Egyptians, Zepho fled from Angeas, from Africa, and he went and came unto Chittim. And all the people of Chittim received him with great honor, and they hired him to fight their battles all the days. And Zepho became exceedingly rich in those days. Yashayah 61:24. And the children of Chittim saw the valor of Zepho, and the children of Chittim resolved, and they made Zepho king over them, and he became king over them. And whilst he reigned, they went to subdue the children of Tubal and all the surrounding islands. What surrounding islands are they referring to?
Chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided into their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations.
The book of Yashayah tells you that the children of Chittim saw the valor of Zepho, and they made Zepho king over them, and he subdued the children of Tubal and all the surrounding islands. Who are the children of Tubal? Tubal was one of the sons of Japheth, or Japheth. Yashayah makes it clear that Esau's grandson not only conquered Tubal, but all the surrounding islands of Japheth. He took over their land and totally subdued the sons of Japheth.
The book of Yashayah 61. And there.
Wow, this is awesome. So viewers, pick this up if you can. You get some understanding.
Revelation 7:1.
Okay, Revelation 7:1. We're back on it. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of who?
Israel.
So the people who are being sealed are the children of Israel.
Right now, as we're speaking. Of the tribe of Judah.
Judah are the so-called African Americans. Read.
Of the tribe of Reuben.
Reuben are the Aboriginal of Australia and the Seminole Indians.
Right.
Read.
The tribe of Gad.
So-called Native Indians.
All
Read.
right.
Tribe of Asher.
Asher are your Brazilians, Argentinians, and Peruvians. Read. Natali are the original Hawaiian, Samoans, and South Sea Island people.
Of the tribe of Manasseh?
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's get a precept about Naphtali.
Sure.
I have to find it first.
See, the more you research, the more you find truth. The longer you stay in religion, you stay docile, you have a hard time understanding truth because you've been brainwashed into Christianity thinking one way, the wrong way. We're not saying that all scriptures are not being taught in the Christian church correctly. Some are, but most aren't. I know that for a fact. I sat in Christianity with my wife for 30 years. And even the scripture that we didn't know what we were reading about the Hebrews, we just read right over them.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 33:23.
Deuteronomy 23.
33.
33.
About Naphtali. Let's prove with the Bible.
Did you say 23, 33? Okay.
33.
33, 23. Okay. Deuteronomy 33, 23. Now it's all in here, the tribes too. And it's in Genesis 49. So there's 3 precepts going on. All right, 33, 20. Ready? Okay. And of Naphtali, he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessing of the Most High.
Right.
Possesses thou the west and the south.
So, hold on. I'm going to show everybody.
Now, this is how you find out the tribes and where they are, that we're telling you the truth here. Then you'll see for yourself that the Most High has not done away with his people. He's going to gather them soon, and America is going to be destroyed. So you go ahead and try to get rich and live it up in the earth. It's all going to burn. I'd rather have truth, Mary, any day than have money, Tony, you know, and fame. I say that in the sense where if money's holding you back from truth, get rid of it. We all need money to live. Did Yashayah say that? Go and give your money to the poor, come and follow me, and I'll give you riches in heaven. And he went away very sad because he was a very wealthy man. That's what money can do to you. It can destroy your soul.
So the word for west,
go ahead, Josh,
is actually yum in the Hebrew, which means sea. So when the Bible says, and it says Mediterranean Sea as well. So, but when it says of Naphtali to possess the west and the south, what it's saying is that he'll possess the west and the south seas. So again, let me show you that again.
And this is all prophesied in the Bible that these tribes are going to rule the world with Yashayah when he comes back.
And it also means surf. That's a big thing in Hawaii and that area. Mm-hmm. And large body of water because they're also in the South Seas or the Pacific Islands. So remember everybody, when you read this, Naphtali are the Hawaiians, the Samoans, and the South Sea Island people, according to the definition of seas or yum in the or west. It says, so the way that it says, and of Naphtali he said, satisfied with favor and full of the blessing of the Most High, possess ye the west and the south.
That's
so
right.
the west means seas, and the south means, so what the Most High is saying, possess the South Seas.
And they will. And they'll possess it fully. Fully. When Yashayah gathers all his tribes. And you'll consider it, Jeremiah said, in the last days.
Mm-hmm. So, again, so we've just identified, according to the Bible, Naphtali are the Hawaiian, Samoans, and South Sea Island dwelling people, the indigenous people of those areas.
This is good information. And, you know, follow up later tonight or another time, the watchmen and like Josh said before, and we said last week, we're doing this purposely to let you know that there are a lot of us on YouTube, millions across the world now, who are raising up the children of Israel, the true tribes.
Go back
to Revelation. Yeah. Okay, 9. No, it's Levi or Simeon, all right?
Uh-huh.
Of the tribe of Simeon.
Simeon are the Dominicans.
You
can read about that in
you can go the same way just did this.
Genesis
49 and Deuteronomy 33. It's all in there.
And the Simeonites are the Dominicans, the indigenous people of the Dominican Republic.
And also Deuteronomy 28 explicitly foretells, and it just brings out everything about what happened to the tribes when they disobeyed the Most High. And that's why you ended up today in Christianity, that you're still there in a pagan religion. If you read Deuteronomy 28 right, you'll see it.
Uh-huh. Read.
Mary, Levi.
And of Levi, so Levi are the Haitians.
Of the tribe. Good, next one.
You can read that in Deuteronomy 33, Genesis, and Malachi 2.
That's right.
Of the tribe of Issachar.
Issachar are the Mexicans.
All right, go ahead.
Genesis 49.
Of the tribe of Zebulun.
Zebulun are the Panama and Colombia.
Okay. Of the tribe of Joseph.
Joseph are the Puerto Ricans.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
West Indian blacks and Jamaicans.
Wow. Wow. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Benjamin, Paul's relatives live in Jamaica. That's awesome. That is really awesome, man. That is awesome. Okay. The white-robed multitude. After this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man, Josh, open out the light, that no man.
Read.
Okay. That no man could number, of all nations and kindreds, people, and tongues. See the word tongues? See the tongues? That's nations. That's not gabba, 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 go, go, go. And kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders and the 4 beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshipped the power, saying.
So whenever someone worships the Most High in the Bible, no one ever falls backward.
Never. You see that in those Christian churches? They're lying.
That's not the. That's another. That's something else.
That's all flesh.
Knocking them back.
That's right. You better believe it's the devil. Okay. Go ahead, Mary, saying 12.
Saying amen, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our Ahayah for ever and ever. Amen.
That's right. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? I asked him a question, but he knows. And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, look at this, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. No, they got raptured and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Let me tell you something, folks. Paul, Peter, all of them died a martyrdom death. They died for the Messiah. They were waiting for him to come back also. Just like they're waiting for him to come back today, but we're going to die. We're not going to be raptured. Apocrypha, which they took out of the Bible, plainly states that it's more blessed to be left than to be taken. Right, Josh?
Let's get some precepts about, and let's just read. Let's go to Matthew 24.
Matthew 24. Let's see what Matthew says. I get a little sad or a little discouraged when I meet Christians that can't find scriptures when you meet them. But yet they'll philosophize you and they'll tell you all kinds of ins and outs, but never the word. Matthew 24.
24.
What, 3, Josh, want to start it? Or 4?
28.
Oh, 28. Matthew 24, 28. Okay.
29.
29. Okay, hold on. Right here, right? The coming of the Son of Man. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light.
So when Christ comes back, all these things are going to start to happen before he comes.
That's right. And the stars, the fallen angels, shall fall from heaven. And the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. You know what this means? The stars, the fallen angels, demons are going to infest the earth.
So they're trying to do this with their technology.
Come on.
With their CERN in Switzerland and Europe, they're trying to open up portals so their gods can come down to the earth.
This is what they're really trying to do right now. They're going to blast some kind of, what is it, Josh, you called it? What is it? What did you say? In Europe?
CERN.
A CERN that's like 5 miles in the earth. They have to go that far deep to break this portal that's in that the dome. And once they break that, America is going there to see how it goes so they can do it here. So you better be prayed up. Go ahead, Josh. Okay.
Read.
All right. And the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
So we know Revelation 19 and Revelation Isaiah 63 when Christ comes back. So what they're going to do is they're with their technology research Project Bluebeam. Let me just pull up an image of and show you.
Watch what they can do.
Some about what these people are planning.
About to do. They could actually make a figure of Christ in the sky and fool the world that he came back. But the Bible says, right, Tony? If they say he's in the desert, go not out. Or if he's in the chamber, don't go.
Yeah, when they say you see him there, no.
Don't believe it. That's right. That's right. But if he can, he's going to fool even the very elect. If possible, it says the word. But I don't think it's going to be possible. The elect, no, I think they know better. Now some this garbage, you know, the camps, some of the camps, they're not the elect then.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Gonna get me hungry. Wow. Check this out, folks.
And I'll show you some here. I'll show you some images. This is what CERN is about. Now, this is a Hindu goddess or a god or demon that they're trying to open up. This is technically, if you've ever seen the movie Stargate, this is what CERN is. It's an interdimensional portal opener so they can open up portals in the heavens so their gods can come to earth.
Okay. This is why.
And that's.
They want to build these statues all over America. Baphomet. Oh, yeah. And they're going to do it, too.
And that's the CERN complex.
Look at this.
In Switzerland.
Is that it right there? Let me see that. Wow. You see what they're planning to do?
The French and Swiss border.
CERN, right? Look what they're planning, Tony. Look at these sick people.
Border, yeah.
These are devils, people. The government loves you, huh? Oh, he loves you. Keep praying to him. You give Satan power over the nation when you pray in your church for the government.
So.
Yeah, you keep on praying for him. You watch what happens. You're only to pray to one person, to one power, and that's the Most High power, Ahayah, the Son Yashayah.
And again,
and ask him to forgive this world for what's going to happen. So look at that.
Project Bluebeam.
Look at that. Look at
so
Project Bluebeam.
basically, what this is, it's basically the government. It's a big holographic projector. They can shoot up images of whatever they want into the heaven, into the earth, the sky.
So the world can see it, and then they'll claim Christ came back. The Elites Project. Look at that Bluebeam. Look at this. Wow, look at that, John. Look at that. Make that picture bigger, Josh. Right there, the picture of Christ in the sky, which is not even Christ. He's black. That one is the middle one. See? Yeah, watch this. Look at this. All right, is that sick? Is that demonic?
So they have the technology where, and like we said, and before I just show you this, go back to Revelation
7:13.
Go back, Josh, to Revelation.
No.
Hold out place in Matthew. Hold out place in Matthew also. Should we hold out place in Matthew? All right, just hold your place in Matthew too. We'll go back to Revelation. Where are we, Tony? What verse?
15.
15, Mary? Oh, we're that far down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, 15, right. Right.
No, 15.
Therefore, 15 or 16? 14, Mary? Yeah, 14.
No, we read 14.
Right, 15, okay.
Unless you want to reread.
No, that's okay. No,
and this is what they're getting the world ready for.
look at this.
Prophecy is unfolding right in front of us.
And you know what? You don't have to believe it, but the president, I like my son to show you again what this president said
Like
3
the Bible
weeks ago.
says, in
Look
the
at that, right in the hand. And it's here already. They're taking it in America already.
So Matthew 24
All right,
and 29.
29. I read that, okay.
So there
Coming in the clouds of heaven.
Just start the verse over.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be
No,
up?
28, 30.
Okay, 30. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
and then
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
So we know the Christ is really coming back in the heavens.
And look for a black Christ with white woolly hair. Because if you see any other Christ, don't believe it.
Right.
That's why it matters what color he is.
So because they're gonna like we just showed you with Project Bluebeam, which is an astral projector in the sky, they're gonna shoot up a picture of Cesar Borgia and say that's Christ.
See? And could deceive the millions and billions of people.
Read.
Heavens, and then shall the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Back to Revelation. 7.
When hold Matthew, hold it.
No.
All right. So we're 14, Mary, right?
We read 14, didn't we?
Yeah. Therefore are they before the throne of Ahayah, and serve him day and night in his temple. In his temple, not the temples on the earth. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them into living fountains of waters. And Ahayah shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. Revelation is awesome. Revelation is awesome.
So the Most High is going to finally redeem his people from their suffering, their tribulation, and he will cause them to rest and rule with him.
Apocrypha says that Esau is the end of the world, the Gentile nations coming to an end, and Jacob's what? That is what's to come. So, folks, you better get ready. You've been lied to in Christianity, like our family. We've been hurt, but we forgave them. We left. We found truth, and we love the people. We love you that still go there, but we're warning you and warning you and warning you. Just show that what this president said. Show that. We want to show you again. We showed you about a month ago, but I want you to see this again. I want you to hear your own president, how he's going to destroy you. And he's telling you, you're going to make America great again. When was it ever great? You tell me. We have murdered millions and millions and millions and billions of people across this world, across the flat earth. Okay, Josh.
No.
You'll show. Okay. All right. Some other time we'll show it again. But I'm telling you, it's a serious, serious matter. To be ready. I told a young lady in LA Fitness. You know what she told me? Well, that's a scary thing. I said, you better believe it is. Yeah, you better take it serious because it's going to happen. Now, I told her this 4 months ago. And now I went back to LA Fitness because I'm Silver Sneakers now. And now she's talking to me. I told her, I said, if you can, keep in touch with us because things are going to get really bad. Okay, Josh, put on something else. So we're going to show you, I guess Josh is going to show you something else. He's in control of this.
Isaiah 63 and 1.
Now you know how to go to the tribes, all right?
This that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Barak.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments of Barak? Dyed means they was not originally one color, but once he got finished killing, it was dyed from white to red. Who is this that coming from Barak? Barak was a capital city in Mount Seir, where the Edomites were before they came down with Alexander the Greek and started conquering the whole earth. Okay, so it's Christ who's going to go through Edom. Read.
Right. This that is glorious in his apparel.
Who's glorious in his apparel? The King of Judah.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. Read.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
That's Shiloh. That's our Lord. Mighty to save. Our Savior. Yashayah. Read.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
So the question is, Christ, if you came back with all white on, why are you red in your apparel?
Watch out.
Read.
And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Christ, like you just started, like you've been crushing grapes, right? Where are you coming from? Read.
I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with
my fear.
He went to Esau, and you see that all those societies that was established in the earth was not with him. All the powers that have been established trying to claim Christ are not with him.
Is your lovely Jesus coming back as a little lamb? Huh?
For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury.
He will do what?
For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury.
Are you reading about this Jesus Christ in your church? Now, you might get upset with me by bringing it out, but that's in the Bible.
That's right.
You say read the Bible, right?
That's right.
Christ is coming back for war. The powers that are ruling this earth will not willingly give this earth up. Satan have connected with the powers of this earth because Satan do not want to give his power up in this earth.
Too bad.
It's going to be an all-out war. And guess who's going to lose? Yes, you got it.
That's right.
The powers that have established their
all
armies.
Your natural weapons are going to be destroyed.
That have established their armies here. They're going to lose.
Just by the brightness, Josh, if it's coming.
He will set up Jacob again. Let's go back to Genesis. That's a whole other teaching in itself, but we had to go into it because in Genesis it identified what would happen with Judah. Now we're going to go to Benjamin. Let's go to Genesis 49 and 27. Who have we identified so far? Reuben. Okay, the Seminole Indians of Florida.
Florida, that's right.
And the Aborigines of Australia. We have identified Simeon and Levi, the Dominicans and the Haitians. We also have identified Judah, the so-called Negro. Now we're going into Benjamin. Read.
Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
Raven as a wolf. You ever see a wolf howl at night? That breaks down Benjamin or the Jamaicans or West Indians and how they sing, how they raven as wolves. They communicate through their songs. And you notice that the Benjamites talks about the Lion of Judah. They sing and they rave about Israel and how they would come back again as a people. Read.
Benjamin shall raven as a wolf in the morning. He shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil.
He shall divide the spoil. Now, if you go into history, the Maroons, which were taken down by the Europeans, the Maroons, which was an African tribe, which was Benjamin, ended up taking down the ship, taking the gold and spoiling the ship, and turning the ship back. Yes, the Benjamites are known for their short temper, and they don't like to be forced into anything. So it was hard for the Europeans to take them down. Eventually, they took them down, but I let you know, Benjamins, they're very tough. They're very strong-willed people. Go to Deuteronomy 33 and 12.
Remember what we told you before? That you can find all the tribes
and 12. Read.
And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, and the Lord shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders.
They're one of the tribes that still held on to a lot of their heritage. So out of all the tribes, you notice Benjamin is all, normally they speak about Israel. Now they go off, going into the Haile Selassie, that's where they go off at, saying that Queen Sheba had a child with Solomon, and that through Haile Selassie we are Jews, or going into the Ethiopian or Phoenician understanding. That's incorrect. When you go into 2 Kings 17, it lets you know that Hamites were put in the land instead of the children of Israel. That's how the Hamites got there. So the spirit in Benjamin is correct, trying to hold to your heritage of Israel, but you're going about it the wrong way. You're going through Haile Selassie, and you're using drugs like marijuana and all that to become spiritual. You don't need that. It's already in you.
That's right. In your DNA.
You don't need marijuana and getting high to bring out your spirituality. Your father Jacob in the Bible told you what will befall you, the tribes of the Maroons. Raven as your spiritual people. So now you have to come back into the fullness of being who you are, opposed to still looking at Africa as your homeland. You didn't start in Africa. You started in Israel. You ran into Africa in 70 AD. See, once the kingdom was split, Judah was left. You had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi still there in the southern kingdom until the Romans, under Vespasian and Titus, took you down and you ran into Africa in 70 AD.
That's right.
That's how you got taken into the West Indies. That's how the Haitians got taken into Haiti, or Levi got taken into Haiti. And that's how you Negroes came over here to the Americas. How do you prove that? Oh, they can go to Deuteronomy 27:1.
That's right. Wow. 27:1.
Deuteronomy 27:1.
And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
So God gave the commandments.
That's what Moses looked like
when the Israelites came out of Egypt. He didn't give you religion.
No
he gave Israel laws, statutes, and commandments contained in this book. Let's go to the next precept, Deuteronomy 28:1.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So the Lord told his people Israel, if you follow these laws I'm giving you, these laws will separate you from the heathens. If you do this, I will set you up over all the nations of the earth. You are my people. So I'm going to give you rules. And through these rules, you will be a light to the world. You will teach the whole earth how to follow me. But some
wow.
So we understand.
Are you getting this? I hope you are, because it's simple. It's plain as day. See, the truth is easy, but when lies come, they cause confusion in your spirit.
I want to share one more thing before we close.
Yes. Did you hear that, folks? Lies will always cause confusion. Truth is simple. You got to open your spirit to listen.
We'd like to thank you all for attending and being a part of the class. All praises to Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah. We have a lesson today, and we hope you all are paying attention. The lesson we have today will be based around the so-called New World Order plan of Agenda 21. Now, there's so many theories and different understandings on Agenda 21. And for those who don't know what Agenda 21 is, we will try to break it down as simple as possible. But why, you may ask, why are we speaking about Agenda 21 in a biblical lesson? You have to realize the corporate Illuminati satanic structure. They like to hide themselves with these presentations to roll out to the people, even though they are making it as if they are reacting to disasters or whatever the case is. They're actually fulfilling their part in Bible prophecy and attempting to eradicate God's chosen people. You understand? So we have to break it down as simple as we can make it. We have to break it down as simple as we can do it, right? And we have to try to do the lesson in a way where brothers and sisters at the lowest state can understand the truth. All right, so they're not going to tell you straight off that their system is about satanic sacrifice and destruction, and that they are under orders by the dark forces of this earth to destroy a particular people. They'll never tell you that. Therefore, you have many theories out there. But no one is able to put it together out there, because most people with enough sense to see what's going on don't believe in the Bible. So they're being trapped in the atheist movement, or the evolution movement, or the everything is by chance movement. First off, I would like to say that this lesson itself is going to bring so many things to light. Number one, it's going to prove beyond any shadow of a doubt who are the chosen people according to bloodline that's in the earth. This whole fight, this whole spiritual so-called Illuminati fight in the earth has everything to do with bloodlines. They watch bloodlines carefully. Not only do the elite of this earth look at their own bloodline, they're also tracking a bloodline of God's chosen people, the children of Israel. Now, some people might ask, well, how do we know who the children of Israel are today? The question I pose back to everyone out there that may ask that question as a way of claiming that anyone can be Jews or Israelites. Why is it out of all the nations contained in the Bible and through historical antiquity, all nations can be identified today, linking back to ancient times except the children of Israel? You think that's purpose? You think that's by chance? So even though, I mean, you can trace the Orientals back, the Persians back, which is Iranians, the Babylonians back, which is Iran. You can Saudi Arabia, Ishmael, the Hamites in northern Africa. You can track all these nations back, but there's a level of what you would call skewing or fudging the facts when it comes to identifying the children of Israel and the children of Esau. Why is that? You're going to find out that the impending battle is between those two bloodlines. Now, the issue we have here, and this is going to all come together in this lesson. The problem is the people of Jacob will not stand up and come back to the Most High. They don't want to accept who they are, which is, believe it or not, a weapon that's used against them. That's right. Yashayah, or Christ, whom people call Jesus, made a quote, "A nation divided against itself cannot stand." So if Jacob don't know who he is, he will not be able to stand with this nation, with his people, with his God. By the same token, Jacob is in a battle with Esau. Now, Esau never lost his identity. He just don't tell the families around the earth who he is. But the hierarchy, like your Queen of England, the Bushes, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, the Zionist powers that control Jerusalem, they know exactly who they are. They're Roman. Roman, if you do the research, Rome or the Romans are from Edom. They know exactly who they are, and they have been destroying and killing God's people for a long period of time. They make you believe that everything is by chance when we speak of slavery according to scriptures. Now let's go there. I want to take us back step by step and lead us up to where we are in Agenda 21. All right? But before we go back, so I don't put the cart before the horse, for those who don't know what Agenda 21 is. All right? Let's first give you a map. I want the brother to show these brothers and sisters out there the map real quick in front of the camera of Agenda 21. And for those who don't know what this is, you can type in on Google or whatever search engine you may use, even though you know Google is a spyware to spy on people. Depth map of Agenda 21. Now, I need you to just move that in a little closer to the camera so everyone can see it. Yeah, you can. Now, this is nothing we've made up, and I'm going to show you how this all intertwines, how this all comes together. Okay, this is what they would call a simulated reserve and corridor system to protect biodiversity. You put that down real quick, that's enough. So in a nutshell, here, brothers and sisters, this is a map that was shaped by the UN body to show, in case of a bio attack or some great emergency, areas that will be populated or controlled populated after the fallout. It's showing you areas which are in the red in that particular map. You can Google it, you can put it on your, it's called Agenda 21 Death Map. And it breaks it down. Areas for trade, areas that will belong to other countries, because America have already been sold like a corporation. They're just downsizing now. So the map is to show America after it's been totally broken. With the minorities, with predominantly the majority of the minorities destroyed altogether. People with any money or wherewithal or any mental prowess is doing everything they can to get out of harm's way. But they're not warning God's people. They're not warning the poor. Now, I don't want to hit too many things with this. I'm going to show you Agenda 21, or what we call it, Bible prophecy or Jacob's trouble, according to the Bible. They call it Agenda 21. But we know what their agenda is. Their agenda is satanic. Their agenda, and this is going to prove beyond any shadow of a doubt who the children of Israel are. And also in this lesson, what we have to do as a people to come back to the Most High, so that He can be with us in this time of trouble. We're not bringing forth this information for fear, because we understand that Satan has no power. We, as a people, don't give him. He only has the power we relegate to him. He's nothing. But through fear, he put us in bondage. So this is not for us to be fearful. This is us. This is for children of Israel and our people, and even Jews and Gentiles alike, to be mindful of the fact that we have been born into a spiritual war. I know some people are like, some people thinking, well, man, I wish I was born a long time ago, a few generations ago, when I could at least live my life out. But it so happened, this is the time we've been called. We've been called, and we have been born into a war. So your corporate satanic leaders set up presentations to make your death, kill, or your destruction acceptable. They use certain systems in place so that we can buy into our own destruction. They're using healthcare, which is
so. Yeah, we're going to close.
I get annoyed
with Psalms 83.
Okay. No,
so, just as Elder Ricard was making the point about the Medicare system, the pharmaceutical system,
right?
Pharmaceuticals are witchcraft, because people in not all, but that's why the Bible tells you to use herbs to heal your body, because sorcerers used to mix potions, and that's what medicine is. Medicine is technically potions.
It's sorcery. It really is. That's just what it is. That's what pharmakia means, sorcery.
Psalms, right?
Yeah. Can I say something, Josh, real quick? Listen out there. Josh is right when he just said, listen, I want to give you some, I want to shoot a blessing out there for you. You go to a doctor, they give you a prescription. You're not feeling well. You get the prescription filled out. You start taking that medicine, and you do feel good. But what it's doing, it's creating a nerve problem, a bone problem, a stomach lining problem, all kinds of problems inside your body. When it wears off, you have to call the doctor again, and you get another prescription. That's sorcery. That's what it's doing in your body. That's why you don't see anybody healed in the Christian church. And if they are healed, the Most High is not healing them. And if it's a phony Christian church, which many are with the healing ministry, the Most High is going to heal some anyway, in spite of them. But you have to know the truth about this. If you can get off medicine and injections, please do it. There's a numeral, right, Mary, amount of good stuff you can eat out there and take that you don't have to take medicine. But you got to start sooner or later. Make it a point, make it a program in your life to get off medicine. They were bragging just last month, the government promised that by 2018, we're going to have all America on medicine. That's your government. They want America dazed and drugged and, you know. Okay? All right. That's all I want to say.
Psalms 83.
Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Keep not thou silent, O power. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies.
So God's enemies have a plan.
Agenda. That's right. Come on. Make a trumpet, and they that hate thee love thee, have lifted up the head. They hate you, American government.
Read.
Yeah, Josh. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they have come together craftily and in hidden places where they don't let you and plot against you.
Come on. All right.
Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
Who's that? The tribes. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, you Hebrew, all your tribes, may be no more in remembrance.
So that's the whole goal of the world and the way the system is set up, to eliminate or to at least make Israel not interested in knowing who they are, to completely make the remembrance or even the seeking of knowledge of themselves seem unimportant. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
So we understand the power of unity. See, I like to say it like this: the people that rule the earth understand there's a power in unity. That is why they are together in their plot. But the children of Israel are separated, or a severed nation. See, they
know this.
They have to keep that dynamic the way it is, because if you come together and pray to your God,
watch out.
Egypt version 2 will happen to America.
That's right.
Because they know the result of what happened in Egypt. You complained to God and he destroyed the place.
Wow.
Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more. That was good, Josh. No more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
So all these basically are Arabs today. Esau, Edomites, and Ishmaelites.
All Arabs.
So hold on. I'll put us back on. So we're back. So before we close, I want to drop some wisdom here. So we just plainly read the plan of the nations against the children of Israel. First of all, people can't conceive of a person that spends all their life plotting against somebody. That's really evil to a lot, and people have the over sensitive drive to look for the good in people.
Because that can't sink in because they're always looking for good. But the hidden agenda, they don't see it.
I'm not saying not to try to see good in people, but when a person isn't trying to be good to you, don't look for good from that person.
They're your enemies. We just read it.
Right?
Enemies.
When they have shown no concept or no willingness to treat you right, why would you beg them to treat you right?
It's good.
Right?
It's good.
Because it's very clear to them that they're not going to change. What is not clear is it's not clear to you. Although it should be, because all of the suffering and suffering that they've caused you,
anguish, that's right,
that they perpetrate on you every day,
every year, every month,
every day.
That's right, every day. That's a lot. And you go back 400 years, Josh. In this country, 400 or 500 years, that DNA, they put that in you so you can't see the truth. That's why many of us are on this network, so we can help you see.
So,
that's good, Josh.
So we understand.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Like that. Yeah. Going the other way. Going the other way. Going the thick way. No, going this way. I got you.
So
now you get the case. Awesome.
We understand that if you want to conquer somebody and keep them conquered, you just don't go in without a strategic plan.
Mm-hmm.
You observe them for years. You spy on them. You watch their movements.
Come on.
You see exactly how can I take this people down and keep them down. Very simple. Enslave them. Take their identity. Right?
That's right.
Take their identity from them.
Come on.
And then tell them lies about themselves, and they will eventually believe the lies. And to compound that, give them a religion that you control from the top that they can never find the truth from.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, the Bible's there and the Bible is good, but the way the organization will be programmed to teach them, the slaves, the Bible, will never be correct.
That's right.
No matter what denomination or what version of it you get, it's wrong. There is no Christian denomination that is close to teaching what the Bible actually teaches.
That's right.
There is no Christian church that is even close to the truth.
That's right. If that's not true,
hold on. I have something else.
No, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I got nothing to say. No, I said enough.
No. Go on.
No, I forgot already. Don't worry.
No, it's all right.
Josh is right. I'm just backing my son. Every Christian church.
No, it's not against the people.
No, not at all. Because you come in there,
the organization is bad.
That's right. You're under a demonic system,
and you don't realize.
You don't realize it, and you're sitting there, and you're thinking
because you're taught to look for good in everything when you're not really taught in this society to examine things for evil.
That's right.
So the way your enemy and we were in Christianity, the way they target well-meaning people that really want to seek out God, and they make you feel as if your religion is all there is to know. And that's all I want to know.
That's the way I was. I couldn't wait to get there. Because I thought I was talking, right? Right, Josh? We couldn't wait to get there. When we got inside, there was always something
missing.
That was, yeah.
It didn't exactly feel correct.
It didn't. It never felt right.
It just like, it felt emotional and fleshly.
And just wanting.
And we understand, again, so so the plot is this. What can we do to keep these people away from their heritage? First of all, we enslaved them for in chains for about 250 years, from 1619 to 1865, which is about 250 years. Then, while they're enslaved, we'll set up a racist system that will never give them equal treatment.
Wow.
Then we'll strip them of their heritage, make it wrong, illegal, pain of death for them to read the Bible that tells them who they are. Then we'll use the Bible to teach them who they're not, against who they are, that they're from Ham.
That's so true. Listen, because
then we'll teach that Ham was cursed and he was turned black by God. Then we'll set up Jim Crow and the KKK and Jewish controlled NAACP to keep them suppressed. Then we'll set up
of Zion. That's right.
We'll keep them financially oppressed, so they can't ever have independence from us. Then we'll keep using the church to strip them, to the church to indoctrinate them with more lies. Then we'll send them off to war and bring them back addicted to opium. Then we'll bring in crack and heroin in the 70s.
Where do you think your drugs are come from? The government. They're putting it in your neighborhood.
Then we'll put gun stores in your neighborhood so your young men will shoot each other.
That's what they want.
Then we'll put in abortion clinics so your beautiful women
can have abortions.
Will kill the seed of Israel.
Yeah.
Then our churches will not speak against any of this.
And they don't.
They'll keep you clapping and singing and jumping around,
just happy in
emotional
your denial.
And happy in your slavery.
Wow.
Religion and Christianity makes good slaves. Remember that. Christianity makes a very good slave.
To America and enslaved you. It was Christians who did that. So-called Christians.
So, we'll be back tomorrow night. Shalom.
Shalom. That was good, Josh.